Before we kick off, expect some terrible pronunciations, much like me hair. After all, this is the Tour de France Femmes Shoddy Guide. Hello, welcome. It is that time of year again. The Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift is about to kick off here in the host city van. Very nice as well. Get yourself here if you're after a bit of tourist time. Now this video, I'm hoping, is going to be a bit of a guide to everything you need to know about this year's race. From the contenders, the route, what stages you should watch if you're pushed for time, basically the end ones. Who should be fighting for the yellow, the polka dot, the green and the young riders jersey. Hopefully by the end of this video you will sound like a complete expert if you're not already. Much like me, no expert, but we'll give it a try. Let's crack on. First up, the route, because it is 9 stages this year, one more than last year. And for them first 5 stages, it's pretty flat. But that doesn't mean it's going to be a walk in the park. This is Brittany after all. And let me tell you from experience, when I used to race here 20 odd years ago, it is savage. Wind, twisty turny roads. Heck, if you've been watching the men's race, you'll know that from about stage 6, 7, 8 of the men's race when they were around here, it was no walk in the park. So expect exactly the same. Plus, with the stages being slightly shorter than the men's, it is an out and out firecracker. Every day, do not accept the GC just to be wrapped up when they hit the high mountains in the Alps in the last couple of stages. So yeah, the race starts here in Van, heads over to Brest the next day, comes back across country, down through the massive Centrale, Futuroscope, that's seen some action in the past, then across to the Alps, where it takes on a few famous climbs, including the last day, Col de Madeleine and the Jouplan. Yeah, all in all, we're looking at plenty of altitude and over 1,100 kilometres of riding in 9 stages. Let's start with the yellow jersey, GC. Last year was an absolute blinding race. If you haven't watched it, just go back, catch the whole of it or the highlights. It was a nail biter, especially that last stage up Alpe d'Huez, where we saw Kayser Neodoma Finney take the overall win in an absolute savage finish. That saw her take GC by only 4 seconds, the smallest amount of time for any Tour de France ever. She's one heck of an aggressive rider and just won the Polish National Championships. And she's also just wrapped up the Tour of Swiss by taking 3rd on the GC, 4th in the mountains and 3rd in the points there. So she is on form. Next up, somebody who wasn't too happy last year, Demi Vollering. She got 2nd and of course is queen of consistency. Winner of the race in 2023, has moved teams for 2025 over to Francis de Suez, who have just gone from strength to strength over the past couple of years. Started winning in 2025 and just continued to win, including the Vuelta and Valenciana. Now, if she's on form, as she always is, if we're honest, she's going to be the lady to beat. Next up, who should be in the mix for GC, Elisa Longo Borghini. She can do it all, sprint, climb. She's Italian, so she probably can make very good coffee as well. Oh, and she's just won the Giro as well as Italian national champs. Clearly got the legs going into the race. Now, we would be stupid not to include SD Works rider Anna van den Bergen. Yes, she took time out. Yes, she's one of the older ladies in the peloton, but she's absolutely savage, a legend. 6th at the Giro, 3rd at the Vuelta. She knows how to race. She can teach the young ones a thing or two for sure. Last but not least, or at least on this list, Maren Rusa. How can we forget her? Moved teams for 2025 over to Movistar from SD Works, a team that's all powerful of course, and she's had one hell of a season. 2nd in the Giro d'Italia, just by 18 seconds. Won the Swiss Time Trial Championships, just a shame there's no time trial here this year. 1st on GC and points at the Tour de Suisse. 1st at Vuelta of Burgos, 2nd at Vuelta of España. Do I need to go on? No. She's a powerhouse. Simple as that. Right, let's move on to points now. That green jersey. Let's start at the top. Let's start at the GOAT. Marianne Vos won it last year. She can do it all. I think we'd be stupid to go just anybody else, wouldn't we? But we will. Let's throw in Lotte Kopecky as well. Current world champion on the road. These two are going to go toe-to-toe. World champ in last year. World champ multiple times with Vos. Kopecky can do it all. Vos can do it all. It should be an absolute battle for the green jersey between them two. If you think anybody else is up for getting in the mix, let us know in the comments below. I'm sure I've forgotten somebody. So yeah, stage 1 through to about 5. Keep an eye on them two. They're going to take a stage win as well. I'm sure Unibet haven't got good odds on either of them for the first 5 stages. Let's move on to Queen of the Mountains, that polka dot jersey, the ones that can go uphill fast. Usually we've got to look at the GC leaders, but also let's have a head over to last year's winner of the jersey, AG Insurance Sudal rider, Justin Gakiri. Yes, I've probably said that name wrong, but there we go. Belgian rider, won it last year, can go uphill like a mountain goat, just won the national Belgian champs, and I know that's not going to be illy. But she's also taking Queen of the Mountains at the Tour of Norway this year, as well as GC, and got 6 at Vuelta a España. The team's also very strong. Again, another team that started off as quite a small squad and has grown over the years. Much like Francis de Jour Suez. Good sponsors behind them, good material behind them, and something else we'll be delving into in another video later on. Right, last but not least, Young Riders jersey. And do we go beyond my dad's favourite rider at the moment, Puck Peterson? She's been absolute blinding this year. I think she's only done about 11 days of racing this year, but hasn't been out of the top 10 at any of them. She was there for the whole Classics campaign, just lit every race she did. Second at Liège, won Flèche Wallonne, Amstel she got 3rd. She's going to be one to watch in the climbs as well. Really excited about her. She's ace all year, even in the cross season. I can understand why my dad absolutely loves her. And by the end of the race, if you're new to the sport, you will too, I'm sure of it. It's tourist galore here, isn't it? Right, that should do you on the rundown of who to look out for. There's plenty I will have forgotten, plenty that I'm sure you're going to throw in the comments, and plenty that I probably pronounced wrong. But hey, I'm a white male who's in his 40s, been around cycling all his life. I'm still getting used to these things. We're in good times though, people. I remember when women's cycling was, well, how do I put it? Treated as a very much an amateur sport. There was no money in it. I remember the early 90s tours when Jenny Longo was winning everything until she was probably about 60 odd. Right through to, well, when British champion, first Tour de France winner, Nicole Cook. Go read her book if you haven't already. It is superb, especially if you're a young rider wanting to know how to race a bike. Luckily, we are now in an absolute spellbinding time for women's riding. There is a lot more funding there. There is a lot more TV coverage. The racing style is some of the most explosive you will see broadcast on television. And yes, there's even more races on TV, if you don't mind shelling out your hard-earned cash, than ever before. We're in a golden era, people, an absolute golden era. And with Zwift on board, ASO putting the effort behind this race, it is going from strength to strength. Hopefully it will long continue. So there we have it, the contenders, the sprint stages, the last 2 climbing stages in the Alps. That middle section could be a little bit tricky as well. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on the alpine stages, especially that last one. After softening your legs up over the previous 8 stages is definitely an interesting way of ending a Grand Tour. Hopefully it'll be just as nail-biting as last year's. Question is, will Case take a second Tour de France victory? Will Demi come back? Will Vos get in the mix? Or, there's one I forgot, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, who has moved from the mountain bike side of the world, moved from Ineos over to Visma Lease bike to really focus on Grand Tour riding, to focus on this race particularly. She is going to be an animal. She is going to be one to beat. How can I have forgotten her? Glad I remembered her at the end. Anyway, join the conversation below if you haven't already. Get your popcorn, get your remote ready, It's going to be an awesome 9 days. As always, thank you for watching. Enjoy your riding, and let's crack on with what should be a good race.